everyone, it's Lucy from KBeautyHobbit.com. Today I want to show you an example Korean skincare routine, really focusing on how to properly layer skincare and how to do the 7 skin method if that's something that you're into. First things first, to get the hair out of the way. Most of the products that I have today have been provided by YesStyle, but this is not a sponsored video and not everything in here is going to be from YesStyle. I will put links to everything in the description box, and if you're shopping there, you can use my reward code KBeautyHobbit. It's even stackable with other coupon codes. You just put mine under reward code and then your other codes under coupon code. I filmed a ton of YouTube content today, which is why I have makeup on. So the first thing is I'm going to take off all of that and any sunscreen using the cleansing oil. The one I have right now is by Lanbelle. The purpose of the cleansing oil is to melt away anything like makeup, sunscreen. You can even help with some of the oil clogs if you have enlarged pores and some blackheads. And after massaging it around, just add water, massage a little more, and then rinse off. I rinsed off the cleansing oil and my mascara came off with it. I'm wearing, or was wearing, Heimish, the Dayless mascara, and it's tubing, so all you do to remove that is add water and it just slides off. Next step is a foaming cleanser. I have the newer cleanser from Klairs. It's one of my favorites, but you can use whatever works for you. I just get a bit of it and then add water and foam it in my hands first, and then all over the face and neck, and then rinse off. The reason you may want to foam it in your hands first is because that's a more gentle way. It avoids having like a glob of just cleanser without water somehow ending up on your skin. And my combination skin probably wouldn't be bothered by it, but people with really sensitive skin might. The cleansing stage is over. You may have noticed that I don't dry my face with a towel, and that's on purpose. I actually try to put all of my skincare, with a few exceptions, on damp skin, and that really works the best to lock in all of that hydration. For the purposes of today's video, I chose kind of an extreme routine. Extreme in a way that you could definitely get away with using fewer options or fewer products. I just wanted to show a more, I don't know, not advanced, but a more involved routine to hopefully answer preemptively some of the questions that you may have. So the 4 toner slash essence steps I have here. I have this one, this one, this one, and this one. And they all have different names, and we're going to talk about it. So the first thing normally after cleansing, if you're using a leave-on exfoliating product, something with AHA or BHA or PHA or AHA, this is when it would go. It would go right after cleansing. And my option for that is this Dr. Suracle product. It has BHA in it. However, today I'm going to skip it because I want to show you how to introduce a retinoid or incorporate a retinoid into your skincare routine when you're doing Korean skincare. And retinoids and exfoliators really should not be used on the same day. So I'm going to table that, but if we were using a leave-on exfoliator today, we would start with that right now. After that, we go typically from thinnest to thickest, and traditionally it would be toner, essence, serum, ampule, emulsion, cream. But the products I have here are a little bit different. This one is Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Essence Water. So it says essence, right? So we're going to use that after toner, but then it's essence water. This particular one promises to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and it has ginseng in the formula. I really can't speak of the smell of it because I recently lost my sense of smell due to an illness. I'm recovering, some of it is coming back. I still can't smell this product, so I don't know if it has a smell. But it is thinner than the toner I have. The toner I have is this Haruhara, let's see, Haruhara Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner. This jumbo size is new to me, but I actually already had a smaller size, so I know that it smells like lavender and it's slightly thicker than this one. So I'm going to do this one first, and I can already feel my face drying and I don't like that. While some people use cotton pads, I prefer to use my hands. A, it's less waste, but B, it's less unnecessary friction on the face with a cotton pad. So just pat it in. And this one is super watery. Now, if you're new to skincare or Korean skincare specifically, I just want to caution you against obsessing over what goes first. I mean, really, if I put the toner first and then this, it would be fine. I mean, it mixes on the skin to a point, it's fine. I mean, you don't want to put like a toner after your cream. That really wouldn't do anything beneficial, but it's also not going to make your face peel off or anything. So de-stress. Stress gives you wrinkles. You know, this is supposed to be fun and beneficial for the skin. Next, I'm going to do this toner. And if I didn't have the essence water or if I didn't have a toner, I could just do one or the other and that's fine. And this is where the 7 Skin method comes in actually. So 7 Skin is applying a toner typically or another hydrating product up to 7 times in a row. And the purpose is to really hydrate the skin. Now you don't want to be applying 7 skins of something exfoliating, like that green Dr. Ciracle that came in this box right here. You don't want to be doing 7 layers of that. You also don't want to be doing 7 layers of anything that could be drying to your skin. This Haruhara one that I'm putting on now, for me it's not drying, but it does have a drying alcohol in the ingredients. That's not necessarily bad by itself, and there are different reasons why a product may have alcohol in it. The alcohol in this one is pretty far down on the ingredients list, meaning that there's not that much of it. It doesn't bother my skin, but if I were to do 7 layers of something, I would choose something without the drying alcohol. Actually, one of my favorite things to do 7 layers with is this 9 Wishes. It's Hydra Glowing Deep Hydration Ampule Toner. Just in case you're not confused enough, all these brands take liberties with names. There's a toner and a serum and an ampule, but now there's an ampule toner, and I feel like that's just a marketing thing. And this is really fairly thick, so with this I would normally just need 2 layers, not 7. The Haruhara toner I just put on promises to nourish the skin and improve elasticity. And the next step I'm going to do, and again, this is more of an extreme example, you don't have to have so many watery products. You can just stick with a toner. This one is by Numbuzine. It's a Dewy Radiance Essence. So that would, normally essence would go after a toner, typically. This one has 50 different fermented ingredients and a very, very long ingredients list. But it promises dewy radiance. And I'm probably going to make a mess trying to show you. But it is thicker than the Haruhara. Not like a ton thicker, but thicker. Oh my god, I can't smell anything and it honestly drives me nuts. A little bit of my smell is coming back. So I can smell some very, very scented things or like fresh oranges. I can smell that. But some of the more nuanced things, not so much. And I know it could have been worse and I shouldn't complain, but it still annoys me. Okay. For my combination skin, this is enough hydration, but if I was feeling particularly parched or if it were winter right now and the air was super, super dry, I could do another layer of this essence thing that I just did, or I could do 5 of them or 6 and do the 7 Skin method. And don't confuse the 7 Skin with the 7 or 10 step Korean beauty routine. The routine steps are cleansing, toning, moisturizing. The 7 Skin is really applying a hydrating product up to 7 times in a row, usually the same product. Next step typically, and again, products and companies take liberties with naming, but the next step typically is a serum, and I chose one that's pretty vanilla, not in the scent, but in a way that it's just, there are no harsh actives in it, no exfoliators, because I'm going to use a retinoid tonight. So this is the Keep Cool and Soothe Bamboo Serum. It's really nice. You will see that it's quite a bit thicker than my toners and essences. It's still not as thick as a cream would be, but it's thicker. And this one does not have a scent. I remember that from before I lost my sense of smell. And it's just a very nice, soothing serum. Now, typically when I do all of this, I'm usually just wrapped in a towel, and I do it after my bath, and I extend my skincare all the way down. I recommend doing that, getting your chest and even shoulders, but obviously I don't want to get people too excited, so opted in for a shirt today. Again, before anything has a chance to dry, evaporate, and make my skin lose a bunch of moisture, I am locking everything in with an occlusive layer. And today I chose a plain, doesn't mean it's bad, but a very basic moisturizer. It's by the brand called Vigreen. I will put links to everything in the description box, and if I have reviews on my blog, I will put a link there. So Vigreen is a vegan brand, and it's their 730 Daily Moisture Cream. They call it 730 because if you take 365 days a year and times it by 2 times a day, because they want you to use it morning and night, you get 730. It's a very nice, unscented, non-greasy, non-sticky cream. You can use it around the eyes, but I'm going to show you a different product today. And again, don't forget to neck and ideally chest, but not going there. I always watched my mom do her skincare, and it was very basic, but I feel like for back then it was not too basic. She had the cleansing tonics that Eastern Europe used to have at the time, and then she had the blue jars of Nivea cream, and she always told me to apply it along, she called it the massage lines, so it was always from down moving upward, always upward, and it got so ingrained in me that I still do it subconsciously that way. And when my husband puts on sunscreen, which thank God he does, but he does it in the haphazard whatever way, like he'll grab it and just pull his face, and it just drives me nuts. Like, no, you go up. So do you need a separate eye cream? Arguably no, depends on whom you ask. If your face creams have things like BHA in them or some sort of exfoliating components, then you may want to use a different eye cream, something that is more gentle or maybe heavier, more nourishing. Does it have to be something specifically named eye cream? Not necessarily. I am, however, using a retinoid eye cream, and for that I definitely prefer a special eye formula, just because I think face retinoids can be too harsh for the eyes. So I'm using this. This is Dr. Different Vitalift-A Eye and Neck Cream. I actually use a different retinoid on my neck because my neck does fine with them, but for the eyes I do this. It has this tiny nozzle that makes it super easy to dispense, and I just do a tiny bit, like this much. And I focus on the area around the orbital bone without getting too close to the actual eyelashes, because this will migrate down. And if I were to start with the mobile part of the lid, especially with my hooded eyes, it would probably migrate into my eyeball, and I don't want that. That would not feel good. And do the same on the other side. And this is a very light formula. I can't stand greasy stuff on my eyes or sticky. I really dislike that feeling. So this is really nice, and I am seeing a difference. I feel like the skin is just more resilient and maybe even a little bit, I don't know if thicker is the right word, but I feel like my normal, usually occurring dark circles here, which partially are just the way my eyes are set, and you can tell. You can see that. I had that since I was a kid. My kids actually have that too. They have the same facial structure. So some of it is just the way the eyes are set and the shadows fall, but I feel like still that area just looks better and brighter. I don't know if that's from the retinoid necessarily, but I feel like that's the only thing that I've really changed about the eye care ritual in the recent past. In my normal life, if I weren't blabbing on camera, I would put on my moisturizer, the Vigreen that I showed you, or something else that's fairly basic, eye cream, and then I would do my body care. I'd put some stuff on my arms and legs, whatever, to kill time more or less, because I want that Vigreen moisturizer to dry down. And the reason being is you don't want to put a retinoid on moist face, because that can actually make it more irritating. And using this moisturizer first and letting it dry, that will not make the retinoid any less effective, but it will significantly reduce the chance for irritation. So because retinoids need to be applied to dry skin, let's pretend we didn't do this whole routine, we just washed our face. Well, then we'd have to let it dry without anything on it and then put a retinoid on. And if I let my face dry without anything on it, it's going to feel so dry, and my skin isn't even dry, it's combination. So imagine somebody with dry skin washing their face and then towel drying it and then putting retinoid on. That can really increase your chance for irritation. So I do this whole routine, finish with moisturizer on damp face, let it dry, and then I go in with my retinoid. And that's something, I did not invent this, I learned it from Dr. Dre, but I've seen other dermatologists talk about it. The retinoid I'm using is this Dr. Different Vita-A Forte cream. I started with the regular Vita-A version, and this is the next step. It has more of retinoid in it. You only need a pea-size amount, so not much. And what I do is I take it and I put little dots on my face. There's even a little for the neck. And I could add more on the neck, but fine. And then I'm just going to spread these little dots around. It's a very nice cream. It's a tiny bit tacky, with just a little bit. Retinoids are only supposed to be used at night because sunlight actually degrades the formula, and you don't have to start with daily. You should start slowly, like once a week and then 2 times a week, and then see how your skin reacts. So I spread it around and try to really rub it in along those lines moving up. My mom would be so proud. I stop here. This is my last step. But if you have very dry skin, or if you're experiencing something called retinization, which is when your skin is flaking because the cells are turning over faster, you might see some peeling and some dryness, then you can actually let the retinoid dry and then go in with another layer of moisturizer, the V-Green, which is my example, but whatever moisturizer you're using, that is called the sandwich method, and that can really be beneficial for people with very dry skin or very sensitive. I feel like I've achieved the glazed donut look. What do you think? It's all shiny. This will dry down, and I actually don't care that it's a little sticky because this is my nighttime routine. For daytime, I don't tolerate sticky stuff at all. That's it, I'm ready for bed, but not really. I'm ready to go put my kid to bed, go edit a bunch of videos that I shot today, go watch something on TV, and I don't know, stay up way too late. But let's pretend that I'm going to bed right now like a responsible adult. Not really though. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on Instagram at KBeautyHobbit, my blog, KBeautyHobbit.com, in my private Facebook group, Korean Beauty Fanatics. Actually, dear group members, I am totally shooting this for you based on all the different questions I see in the group all the time, including how to introduce retinoids. Again, as a reminder, if you're shopping on YesStyle, please use my reward code. You will get a discount on every order. You can use it literally every single time you shop. Thank you so much. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, please remember to always listen to your skin. Thank you so much.